Supreme Court earlier in the week affirmed Ademola Adeleke of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) as the validly elected governor of Osun State. The judgment of the Apex Court in its lead judgment, which was delivered by Justice Emmanuel Agim, dismissed an appeal that was lodged against Adeleke's election victory by the former governor of the state, Oyetola, who was the gubernatorial candidate of the Progressive Congress APC. He held that though Oyetola alleged that Adeleke won through overvoting that occurred in 774 polling units in the state, he however failed to produce either bimodal voter accreditation system (BVAS) machine that was used in any of the polling units to prove his allegation. Nay, let me come to you now. How would you describe the Supreme Court's judgment on Osun State governorship election? What do you think?
Okay, first, I'd like to congratulate Governor Adeleke on a hard-earned victory. I also like the fact that the matter, was allowed to run its course. I also commend Governor Oyetola for taking advantage of constitutional provision and pleading his case up to the Supreme Court. You see, look, every matter that happens in the public domain is a precedent, and it also makes our justice system more robust. I hope now Nigerian Democrats will look at this, understand it, so that by the time other cases are determined and they did not go as expected by some people, they won't come back to cry foul. I hope now that Governor Adeleke can settle down and do his job as he has been advised by the president-elect. Yes, Osun case is a test case for democracy, a test case for the judiciary. And he also brought to the fore the issue of usage of BVAS and technology in our electoral process. So, and I hope that INEC itself will learn some lessons, deriving from some of these judgments as given in the case of Osun, and as will be given in other cases.
All right, Niyi, we are almost out of time. I just want you to briefly tell me, do you think Oyetola will return after 4 years? What do you think? Briefly, please, we are out of time.
Governor Oyetola is a citizen. He has served one term. By the Constitution, he will no longer be eligible if he has served 2 terms. So it's his choice, his decision. He can decide to come back in 4 years. He enjoys that right under the Constitution.
Of course.
So he is still eligible to stand for election as governor of the state if he so decides in another 4 years. It's within his rights.
All right, Niyi, I'll get to you. Let me just find from you, Jegede. Do you think Oyetola is going to come back after 4 years? And what is this lesson? Just briefly, what is this lesson that we to take out from this judgment on Osun State?
Like Niyi just said, he's eligible to contest again after the 4 years. The lesson we've all learned is that personally, I think the process is taking longer every time. Why is every gubernatorial election in Nigeria must start from the tribunal to the Supreme Court? We must advance. We must move forward. For too many times, we waste judicial manpower in Nigeria. After the tribunal, why can't that matter leapfrog to the Supreme Court? Why must every election must be contested? A lot of judicial manpower is spent on political cases only. Nevertheless, we congratulate the Governor Adeleke, and we congratulate Governor Oyetola too. At least he has conducted himself decently, and therefore understood that this is what it comes down to in democracy. And we believe that people of Osun State can move forward. But then our electoral laws needs to be revisited. Before this appeal used to stop at the Court of Appeal, they move it to the Supreme Court now. So the political cases consume so much judicial manpower. And the Nigeria is not only for the politicians only. There are ordinary people there. They also want those judges. So we believe that with time goes on, maybe perhaps what the president will look into and see how they can modify our law again. To me, I don't think it's a good law, but nevertheless, congratulations to Adeleke.
All right, thank you very much. I've been speaking to Olushola Jegede, a lawyer. He's been in the studio with me, and Niyi Saliu, a political analyst. He joined me via Zoom. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming on the show.